Hi, it's Stephen again. NPS FAIL number 16 out of 30. We're past halfway. This one's about fatigue. What happens with Net Promoter Score is, again, because of the simplicity and the low cost, companies get lazy. They think, wow, let's try to jam in as much of this stuff as we can for the little we have to pay for it. So every time a customer seems to touch a company, they get confronted with this whole, would you recommend to your friends and family based on your experience today? Scale of 0 or 1 to 10, 0 to 10. What this does is it just annoys the customers and it just makes them tired of the whole thing. So on a recent flight, I got asked the question at the booking stage online. I got asked the question actually on the plane. And then I got asked the question after I landed in a subsequent email a couple of days later. 3 times for the same plane. Now, sure, it was different parts of the activity, but it was still 3 times for the same flight. It's happened in many, many other situations where you might find that it's ubiquitous. Everywhere you go, I've been confronted with these survey forms in a public toilet at Sydney Airport. I've been confronted at the customs check-in at Fiji Airport with those permanent, semi-permanent stands with the smiley faces types of things. Recently, I was even confronted at the reception of a large corporate client. So you go into this big, massive hallway, all grand and everything, the big reception desk down at the end, and you walk up there and you're confronted by someone who's very well dressed and very well spoken. And then what takes away from it is you've got this iPad in front of you with these smiley faces asking to rate the service provided by reception. It's completely ridiculous because I'm not a customer and I'm only asking reception to basically sign me in and let me on my way. It's not profound, it's nothing like that. It's just a simple little interaction for a person who's not even a customer. So why put it in front of me? This fatigue is getting in the way of everything. So you can't fix the fatigue that's going on all over the consumer world at the moment, but you can look at when you ask it in your own environment. So maybe only ask a customer the boarding questions when they've boarded. Only ask them after they've landed in a subsequent email if you haven't asked them any of the others. You need to have the smarts to be able to know that you shouldn't be asking 3 times for the same thing. You shouldn't be asking every time someone interacts with you. I don't need to answer the question every time I go to a $2 shop or a reject shop or to a supermarket or whatever. I don't need to answer that question every single time. Just makes us tired of it, and then we just end up pushing any old button and on our way we go. So fatigue, number 16.